today is supreme. We have a legend who is here with us today. I have to say, her heart is gold, and she is one of the most loving, giving people that I have met. She is one, the only Mary Wilson.
Hey.
Mary Wilson.
Hi, David.
Hello. Good to see you.
Thank you. You too. Good to see you. Even though I'm on this small screen, because I really like my laptop screen. It's a little bigger, but you know, we had a little technical problems there, so we had to do this small one. But anyway, I hope it'll be okay.
Well, you look beautiful and stunning, so you know.
Thank you.
We all know this. Listen, I wanted to we have a bunch of students here who love you, and you came to visit us at Performing Arts Studio West. I think it was a year and a half ago, maybe 2, and Meet the Biz, and you gave one of the most memorable Meet the Bizes that we've ever had.
Oh, thank you.
It was, and it was so about daring to dream, and you're so uplifting. You bring such joy to so many. So I just wanted
thank you.
And that being said, let's all admit everyone. And we can have a little gathering. Here we go.
They've been waiting out there all this time.
They've been waiting a little. Everyone, Mary Wilson.
Hey. Hi. Hey. Hi, guys.
I love it.
Here we are again. We're Zooming.
It's a Zoom fest.
Yeah. Hey.
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 Can you see me? It keeps going to a telephone, though. Can you see me?
I see a telephone down there.
No.
Try it.
Okay. As long as you can see me, I'm okay. Okay.
Okay. Do you have everybody view? Let's see. Let's start with Janetta. Janetta, you have a question of Mary?
Hi, Mary.
Hello, love.
How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm good too. My question to you is, what advice would you give an upcoming singer or an artist?
What advice? Okay. Well, first of all, I would say an upcoming anything, make sure what that anything is you enjoy. So in other words, don't try to be a singer if you're only in it to get the money, because it's called show business for a reason, okay? And that reason is it's a lot of business that can make you unhappy, okay? So, and you have to know that whatever you're going into, especially a singer, you know, you could have a night when your microphone is not working or your monitors are not working, and you got to sing up there by yourself. But maybe the band didn't come, so you got to sing a cappella. Now you guys know all about a cappella, I know. Yeah. So you got to make sure that whatever you go into, you think you're going to enjoy it. You know, really want to do this because you are enjoying doing it. So that's one of the main things. The other thing is, you know, make sure that you got someone there to help you that knows what they're doing, a professional who knows what they're doing, right? And you also, you know, make sure you get your lawyer so you can read those contracts. Yeah, contracts can get you into a lot of trouble, let me tell you. So those are just a couple of little things, you know, make sure you enjoy getting into whatever you're getting into. Make sure you get the right people behind you to back you and support you, and they love you for you. You know, that's very important. So there you go. Okay. You're welcome.
Hey, Vernon, how about you? You have a question for Mary?
Oh, yes. As a singer and your experience, you know, with Supreme and otherwise, how do you think the digital age has changed the way that singers, you know, view harmony?
Yes, yeah, and you're right. Technology has moved so much since we started, we the Supremes. Back in the day, you know, technology was just a microphone, and you just get up there and sing. Nowadays, you can do like what we're doing. We're Zooming, right? We're doing things on the internet, it has really changed a lot. I have to say that. But a lot of the good things is that you can put your singing on YouTube, and millions of people will be able to see you right away. So that's changed a lot. Also, there are no more little record shops. We used to go to record stores and buy all of our records. We could stay there for hours looking at the pictures of the album covers and those. Well, you can't do that anymore. In fact, I don't even know if you could. Well, yes, you can hardly. The what do you call the vinyls? They're kind of back. Yeah. There was a time when vinyl had gone out the door, and you couldn't even, because of technology, you could not even have a hard copy of a record that you liked. You had to go online and hear it, right? So there are lots of things that has happened with the new technology, but I think for the most part, it probably is good. However, if you download anything, make sure you pay the artist, okay?
That's right. That's right. I still have albums. I have like 500 albums in the other room.
I do too. I love albums. I play mine. I play mine almost every Sunday. Oh. I get my Marvin Gaye out and I put it on. And
all right.
Kendrick. Oh yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, Shanice, how about you? You have a question for Mary?
She wanted to know who inspired you to become a singer.
Who what?
Who inspired you to become a singer?
Didn't quite understand it.
Who inspired you?
Oh, who inspired me? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm speaking on this small phone here. Who inspired me? Oh, a lot of people inspired me. There were, when I was growing up, we had great singers like Lena Horne, Ethel Waters, Dorothy Dandridge, of course, Nat King Cole, Nancy Wilson. Nancy Wilson was definitely one of my favorites. Okay, I mean, I love me some Nancy Wilson. You're so late getting home from the office. Did you miss your train? Were you caught in the rain? No, don't bother to explain. Can I fix you a quick martini? Oh, you guys are too young for martinis. Okay, there you go.
But, never too young for martinis.
But I had a lot of people who inspired me, but I would say probably the one I can remember most would be Nancy Wilson. And also, who else was she was a blonde lady. Oh my God, I can't think of her name now. Doris Day. I love me some Doris Day.
Yeah.
She was mostly known as an actress, but you know what? She was a great singer. Also, one of the songs I remember when I was very young, I must have been about 12 or 13, how much is that doggy in the window? You remember that one? I started that too low. How much is that doggy in the window? He must have a yeah, that was one of my favorites. And also another one was another one I really liked. I had a lot of people inspired me, but someone who inspired me was not in the music business. My mom, Johnny May. I loved my mom, Johnny May, and she couldn't even read nor write. She grew up at a time in America when it wasn't necessary for little Black children to go to school and get education. So my mother never really learned how to read nor write, but she inspired me. You know why? She had the best heart in the world, and her eyes were always kind, and they were just beautiful. I've never heard her say a wrong word about anyone. She inspired me more than anybody else.
Wow. Wow. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. I know all about my mama.
Yep, mama. That's right. Our mommies, we gotta love our mommies, okay?
I know, me too. I'm zooming her now across, I so want to be with her, but.
Yeah.
Shannon, how about you?
How did you feel when first went out your own?
When I feel first what?
How do you feel when first went out on your own?
Oh, okay. How do I feel when I first, say after I left the Supremes and I started out as a solo again? I was scared. I was so scared to death. I had been singing with the Supremes for almost 30 years before I started out on my own. So I had to learn how to sing all over again. I had to get a vocal teacher, a coach. In fact, one of my best coaches, his name was Giuseppe. He was, oh God, he was a great coach. Now, I know you know this lady who was on Star Wars. She was the only Black girl on Star Wars. She and I studied with Giuseppe. What is her name? Oh my God. She was Nichelle? Nisi. Oh, I can't think of her real name. Nichelle. It was Nichelle. Yes. And she also was a great singer, but she studied with Giuseppe. So I started taking voice lessons in 1970 for the first time. You know, We the Supremes were famous throughout the 60s. So all that time I had to relearn how to sing in 1970.
Well, how about Devon Morgan?
Hi, Mary Wilson. My name is Devon.
Hi, Devon. What's up, Devon?
I'm a huge fan of yours. My question is, actually, I have two questions.
Okay.
My first one is, how did it feel like to be a part of the Supremes, and what was it like to perform in the 60s?
Well, so we started singing in actually the 50s. Actually, it was 1959, so it was the end of 50s. It was the 60s, but it was great. You know why? Because rock and roll was still very new, just like rap and hip hop and all that stuff. It still is new to a lot of people, but not the young people, but it's still new. So it felt like that. It felt so great because it was totally new. I mean, we just lost a great performer, Little Richard. Little Richard was one of the first. He was an early rock and roll performer, and that was like in 63, 64, 65, and he was like really cool. And he just passed away actually. Just I think it was last month. Just last month. But he was the beginning of rock and roll. And so, you know, then you have people like, who else was there? Come on, David, help me. It was Little Richard and...
Of course, your brain goes...
I know all of a sudden, but Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh, yes.
Jerry Lee Lewis. You had the Everly Brothers. They were kind of late in that day. You had a lot of wonderful, wonderful singers back in the 50s and the 60s. A lot of doo-wops. You know, the Drifters. You had the Oreos. I'm just all kind of people. And rock and roll was just so wonderful. And you know what they used to say back then, Devon? They said, oh, that music not going to last. Well, that's been almost 60-some, it's been 60 years, okay? Because We the Supremes are celebrating our 60th anniversary now. I'm starting to sing. So rock and roll, it was, because everyone was dancing. And you know, and those two older people back there behind you, I see you guys back there. You guys were dancing with each other. We had partners. We danced with partners back in those days, you know. And then came the twist, Chubby Checker, the twist. So rock and roll was fun. It was still new, and we had shows like Dick Clark and the American Bandstand. It was so much fun. Rock and roll was still very, very fun, but it was, you know, it was for young people, and the older people didn't like it. They said it wasn't gonna last, but it lasted.
And it's still, I think, the best.
Yep, it is. Well, people are still copying it. You know, I mean, I shouldn't say copying it, but they're imitating it. Right. You know, because it was so good.
Well, Kaylee Versfeld.
Hello, Mary Wilson. I'm Kaylee. It was nice to meet you, finally.
Hi, Kaylee. You so cute. You all dressed up there.
Thank you. I want to do it for you, and I always look nice when it comes to being in front of the camera. Actually, I'm not shy.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're not ever shy one bit, I bet. But I do have a question to ask you.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was doing my homework last night, so I wanted to ask, what made you decide to pursue a career in the entertainment industry?
Well, you know what? I didn't decide it. It kind of happened to me. And what was really cool is that me, Flo, and Diane, can you see the picture behind me right there? Me, Flo, and
Yeah,
Diane.
big
Yes.
fan. Big
Yeah.
fan.
Well, when we first started singing, we started as a hobby. I mean, it wasn't something that we were doing because we wanted to become famous or rich. We just started singing because, you know, it was fun and it was what everybody was doing. Everybody was on the street corners and they all had their little groups. And so we, you know, we did the same thing. And we started because it was fun. And also we started because I think we each realized it was a gift from God. I mean, my mom said that when I was born, instead of crying and the doctor spanked me, I started singing. Well, she may have been telling a little fib there, I don't know. but so that for me, that was what I got into because I did it. I sang all my life, and then once I met Florence, Diane, and Betty, it became clear to me that I really wanted to do this for my life. This is what I chose to do. But it wasn't because I chose it in the beginning.
That's pretty amazing. And I have
Yeah.
another question to ask you.
Yeah.
What would you been doing right now if it wasn't your music career?
If I wasn't singing, well, you know, I've written several books. So I would probably continue to write books because my teacher, when I was in high school, told me I should become a writer. And he said because I could be a good writer. So I think that maybe that's something I could have done. But you know what else I wanted to do? I wanted to be a dancer. When I was very, very little, I wanted to be a dancer, like a ballerina dancer. That's really what I wanted to do. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, but you know, so but that's kind of what I would have. But I started singing when I was 13. So, you know, I didn't change my mind. I didn't have a chance to think about doing anything else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Mary.
You're very welcome.
And you have a beautiful smile, by the way.
Say what?
You have a beautiful smile and a great personality.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
We have Monique Washington, right?
Monique?
Hi.
Hey, Monique. Hi, Monique.
Did you all Motown groups travel together? That's what you want to know.
Yeah.
Did we travel together?
When you were with Young and at Motown.
Yeah. Well, in the early days, Motown had a what you call it, a review. And it was called a Motown Review. So in the Motown Review, we all traveled together on a bus. Wow. On a raggedy old bus, and we traveled all over America. We did. It was raggedy as can be. We didn't know if it was going to make it, but it did. And so we traveled. I traveled with Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. It was Stevie Wonder, Mary Wells. Mary Wells was there, and the Marvelettes, Martha and the Vandellas. You know, so we all traveled together. Yes. In the early days, in the 60s, early 60s.
Wow. Well, I want to tell you, Mary, we all just absolutely love you and thank you for being here and for coming and visit. I remember when you came and did your Dare to Dream presentation, it was just incredible.
Oh, thank you. Do you remember when that was? I was trying to I can't think of the date.
You know, I'm gonna have to look at that. And also for performing at the Catalina Jazz Club for our fundraiser.
Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Woo! Yeah, go ahead, y'all. Think it all over. Hey! Oh, baby, baby, I'm aware of where you go. Hey, each time you leave my door, I watch you walk down the street, woo, knowing some other girl you're gonna meet. But this time, before you run to her, leaving me alone and hurt. Think it over. That was my part. Think it over. Here we go, y'all. Stop in the name of love before you break. Think it over, baby. Think it over, baby. You break my heart. Think it over. That was my part, honey. Think it over.
I love that. I'm going to send you, I'll send you a little clip that you can show to the children there that I made for this pandemic, you know, the wearing the mask and everything. So I'm going to, as soon as we get off the phone, don't, you know, whatever, leave. I'm going to send it right away. It's something I'm saying to all of them. Okay. So when we get off.
Wonderful.
Okay. Okay.
Well, thank you all for the wonderful questions.
Yeah.
It was
Thank
really.
Thank you, Jeanette, Janice, Devon, Kayla, Monique, everybody. Did I say all your names?
Oh.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so I thank you, and so stay safe, you know, and keep the good work up that you're doing, you know, because I heard a lot of you guys are good singers. I mean, I saw that. So keep it up, and we will see you again. Okay.
Yes, and
Thank you so much, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
remember the love.
Shining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Someday we'll put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday when it gets much lighter. Someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday when the world's much brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Someday we'll put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday it gets much lighter. Someday we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday the world's much brighter.
Okay, I know you guys are wondering why I had this mask on, but being in the house, trying to practice the social distancing, I couldn't put all my makeup on. So anyway, stop in the name of love before you break my heart and wash those hands.